Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode here on the Boredom Server, where it is time to discuss something that kind of sucks, but it's kind of good at the same time. It's time to talk about the end of Season 3, okay? Now, it's not here yet, so don't worry. There's still some stuff going on here. We ain't done. But it is something that needs to be discussed. So, basically, if you look at server activity, it has dropped pretty bad. Reason being, mainly, which I've asked quite a few people, is that we're just really well established. A lot of people get a lot of their fun from... Oh, God. I thought I had maybe a little bit more cooked fish in that. Let's go and take that chicken. But a lot of people get their fun kind of like from the startup and kind of having to build all the farms and stuff like that from scratch. And really, we have all the farms pretty much made at this point. We're so well established that it's basically going into creative mode, except we don't have flying. I mean, that's basically what it is at this point. We're just that well established. Why is this up here? I have no idea why the hell that's so dark and exposed. So once you start losing those projects, like those key projects that you kind of are like, okay, I kind of want to make this, so that way a lot of people benefit from it. And basically, we don't have any of those left to really work on. The only one left that I kind of would like to work on is just an ink sac farm. But there's not really too much purpose of really having that anymore, since we have the wool farm, and black clay I don't think is really something that a lot of people are going to use. So there's not really much purpose to it anymore. But it's still kind of something that I want to work on and see if I can make like a really good working one. Just because I haven't still perfected a really good design for one. So I kind of want to see what I can do with that. So we'll probably still work on that before the end of the season. It's completely up. Speaking of which, the end of the season, right now, we took a vote. And the vote right now lies that we're going to reset with the beginning of 1.9. So once 1.9 hits, that's when we will officially kick over, or basically the first day that we have like the majority of the people online, is when we'll kick over and have a new server launch. So that should be pretty fun. Oh, you need more carrots. Let's fix that, shall we? Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out why those wouldn't stack. Alright, let's go and fix you up. Don't you eat all these damn carrots. Okay? You want to get fat. There we go. All better. Just gonna get that back in the hotbar. And eat that first. So the one thing that was being discussed a little bit, though, was the idea of potentially doing something a little bit different than the typical boredom server like we're doing right now, when we do the reset. And that is trying a failed season over again. And by that I mean a season that we called Boredom Battles. Okay? And probably not a lot of people know about this. So I'll give you a quick little history as to what it was, what we planned on it to be, and kind of what it could be. So, and if you want to go watch the episodes of it, I believe there's only 2. Maybe there's a 3rd episode that I didn't add to the playlist, but there is a playlist that I think is still live for Boredom Battles. And I'll try and include that in the description if I remember. Hopefully I remember. But basically what it was is at the beginning of the season, we had a dropper or dispenser. Ah, god dang it. Get back up there. And it had 2 different types of blocks in it. If you got one block, then you were going to one team. If you got another block, you were going to the other team. And basically what would happen is... Hopefully I'm not making a mistake by doing this. Okay, get off. Good enough. I want to make sure it slows down. Okay. Is that... There we go. Is that basically what we would do is we would prep our bases for, I think the estimated time was about 2 to 3 months. And then we would have a huge fight at the end. If you've ever seen Flyboys, basically it's a vanilla version of Flyboys by B000100. And that was basically going to be it. A nice, easy fight with an objective to get probably like diamond blocks or a certain color wool or maybe banner capture, something like that. And it would kind of involve us having to go around the other person's base, kind of explore a little bit. But the main objective would be just to try and get their objectives. So, basically the season failed really, really hardcore when it basically came down to a lot of people dropping out, substitutes coming in, they dropped out too, and it ended up only being me and Benjamin. And at that point we were just like, okay, we can't really do a season of this that's supposed to involve 2 bases fighting each other with just 2 people, 1 per base. So that's why we had to end the season. And then there's water. Why is there water here? I'm just not going to question it. I'm just not going to question why there's water there. Whoop, there we go. But yeah, that's why we had to call it a failed season. But I think that it's still up, so you guys can go and check that out if you kind of want a little bit more information as to what it was. But it was fun while it lasted, because it really got me and Ben thinking when we were on the same team about like some good strategies, and definitely made it a lot more interesting to try and build a base with the idea of surprise and like little booby traps here and there in mind. It was definitely fun. But the only way... No, get back here. There we go. The only reason that we would do it is if we have a vast majority vote that wants to do a Boredom Battle season. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, is that a lot of people watch these, so it's kind of easier for me to just try and say it and explain it rather than try and have 2 different conversations describing it on 2 different platforms. Because we have like a Facebook group and we have a Twitter group, and the 2 of them don't really communicate. I'm kind of a medium between them, so kind of just making one video, posting it on both, making it easier for everybody to watch and understand what's going on. But yeah, so with 1.9 we will have a server reset. This is kind of the summary as to what's going on. With 1.9 we'll have the server reset. Get back here, stop running. So once we reset, that's basically when we're going to have the final say as to, do we want to go into the Boredom Battle season, or do we just want to carry on with Season 4 Boredom Server? Or do we want to hold off and have Season 4 begin after a Boredom Battle season? Kind of change things up. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone thinks. I'm pretty much game for whatever. If we want to do a Boredom Battle season, I would have no problem going into one, just because we have a lot more people this time, and it would be a lot more fun to have a lot of people working on different little things to try and make a battle, like booby traps and stuff like that. I imagine a lot of people would have fun with it. But yeah. So anybody watching that's here on the server, just let me know what you think. If you want to try a Boredom Battle season, or if you just want to go back into another season of this, which will have like new rules. We might not have We might not have a regular daylight cycle. We might have natural regen. No idea. We'll have another vote on what everybody wants to be the twist, and if maybe we just want like a regular vanilla season because we haven't had one of those yet. So much to try and figure out for these things whenever we do resets. So yeah, 1.9, something's gonna happen. What it's gonna be, no idea. And if you're wondering what the hell that is, that's basically Daniel's Christmas present from Joe. And what it is it's a giant goat that is underneath that present. So he still needs to unwrap that. And if he doesn't, before the end of the season, I will unwrap that so that way you guys can see that. Because it is a very, very good goat. Not going to lie. But that's pretty much going to do it for this episode, you guys. A nice, short episode. I don't want to ramble on too much because this is my second take of doing this. The first one was 20 minutes of me just rambling. So, I find myself just covering the same material like 5 times over in these episodes when I'm trying to explain something. So, I'm going to end it right here. Well, actually, I'm not going to end it on the rail just because that freaking minecart's so rattly. Hey, would you just stop it? I just want to be your friend and to chop you. And now I'm out of fish. God dang it. Or out of sprint. There we go. Alright. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. So hopefully in the next episode we'll have an idea as to what we want to do. And if we have an idea, then I'll go ahead and relay it to just the general viewers. But yeah, anybody who's watching, let me know. Message me. Do whatever. Because once the end of the season hits, whatever the majority vote is what we're going to be doing. So, let's see how much I can do this. There we go. All right, back on track. So, yeah, whatever the majority vote is what we're going to go with. So, right now it's just that we're ending with 1.9's release. And that's it. So, hell, maybe we want to do a season that's not vanilla even. Maybe we want to have mods. I don't know. That is completely up to everybody. So, just let me know what you think. And I will see you guys back here in the next episode.